My air conditioning videos have been getting some insightful comments.
Use two-way 3M red tape and a deflector.
Have you looked into adding a deflector to move more of the cold air towards the ceiling? If you didn't, again, would you put the air conditioner higher, or would you just duct the cold air higher off the unit? The AC unit could be installed higher, or airflow is channeled to blow at the ceiling level. Could you mount this higher up and then run ducting?
Okay, I get it. Let's do it. By popular request and brilliant thinking, let's add some ducting to this window AC unit. So, bag of tricks. Thank you, AliExpress. Thank you, Big Box Store, for some 3-inch ducting. Thank you, Amazon, for a hole saw kit. I don't have anything to go that big. I've got some monsters. Let's get going. Disassembly done, simple enough. You can see in here what's up. You can see the blower fan wheel back there, and it just kind of blows the cold air up into this empty void. So let's just kind of trim down into this empty void. I'll have to trim out some of my styrofoam boxing up here. We'll use this 3-inch ducting, throw 3 of them down into that area, kind of block off the front right back here. We're going to throw the regular grill back on the front just so that you can't really see anything out of place. And then we'll run our 3 hoses up through here, back behind the drawer. And I think I'll pop one of the vents out right here, pop another one out over here, then pop one out back on that side towards the bed. So let's see what happens. Here we go. And how I got to this is simply measuring backwards from all the way back against the styrofoam where I want to cut back there. And it comes out to about 7 3/4, about 20 centimeters. So just go up here on top, about 20 centimeters, 7 3/4, puts me right about there. So I'll reconfigure my styrofoam block to keep, as you can see, the dusty outside from the inside separated. And then I'll also cut a hole right up here. So that's where I'm going to plop all my ductwork in. Before I get too far though, I think I should definitely vacuum up this styrofoam so that it doesn't get stuck down inside of my condenser core back there, because after that there's really no way to get it out. Okay, simple enough. Now let's mark out our cut through the top of this unit. Well, look good to you? Or am I just crazy? Okay, now before we get started on cutting through this metal, there's some things that you really need to keep in mind. You're going to be making a lot of metal scraps doing this. And your fan motor down inside of there has magnets in it. And bonus, metal conducts electricity, as if you didn't know. So all these metal scraps flying around, you don't want to short anything out in there. I very, very much recommend getting a super strong magnet. And not only getting a magnet, but putting it inside of a plastic bag like this. Plastic bag is going to make it very easy to clean off the metal scraps. I don't know if you've ever tried pulling off scraps of sharp metal from a magnet, but you're going to cut yourself. So put the magnet inside a bag, shove the bag down underneath to catch any of the metal scraps, and hopefully that'll save your fan motor from getting all gummed up with conductive metal. Call it being paranoid or call it being thorough, but I'm also going to run my shop vac while I am doing all this cutting, drilling, slicing, dicing. Oh, not sure if you could tell, but I'm having some clearance issues getting this giant jigsaw down in this tight space. So out comes the grinder. let's give this a go. Wowza. Would you look at that? Here's your fun fact about me for the day. I'm from Michigan originally, and I know about rust. No, I don't mess with rust anymore. I now have to decide, do I want to lose a bunch of valuable storage inside of here? Or do I lower the efficiency of the unit by just dropping and sealing off the entire top? Well, okay, sat around, thought about it for a little bit, and I'm just going to mess with my drawers, lose a little bit of storage space, rather not mess with the efficiency of the compressor and worry about it getting a little too warm. I know it'll shut itself off and restart if it does get warm, but let's just sacrifice a little storage just so I can have ducting. Well, here's AliExpress's finest for a 3-inch hole saw. So I guess we'll see how it works. I've tried resetting it multiple times down in the chuck, and yeah, every time it is centered between all 3 teeth, but yeah, okay, whatever. We'll see. It doesn't have to be precise, but boy, is it wobbly. Could not figure out what the problem was, but look at that. I've got a screw right down there. And if you think this cheap, no-name hole saw is going to cut through metal, yeah, I've got some oceanfront land in Arizona to sell you. Well, it looks like another screw somewhere down the abyss over here. But I'm pretty sure that I could just get to it on the outside this time. Maybe it's that guy. No, I'm just gonna grind it out. Well, cool. All right, we've got the 2 holes drilled right here. I think I'll put another one, well, somewhere. I'd really like to have one of the vents just sitting right there, blowing up towards the front. I'll figure that out, but let's take advantage of these 2 and get these finished. Then let's worry about that 3rd one. All right, there they are. Up through the bottom, doop, 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 up through there, curve over, blows out towards the bed, up through the bottom, da-da-da, up through there, curves out, goes up towards the front. So there's 2, 1 more. Not sure if I want to just block off this space and insulate it, run the duct straight through there, knock this little bit out right over here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to rewash all these dishes. And then I'm just gonna have to notch out the back of this drawer that sits in here and run the duct up, out through the counter. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is it a little extra work? Maybe, whatever, let's do it. Well, all the vent holes are drilled. We've got 1, 2, and 3. I guess I'll just install the vents just for a little morale boost before I figure out which way I want to go. Down, around, sideways, long ways, short ways. Yeah, let's just get these vents installed. All right, cool. There we go. I think that'll work out good. Let's do the one back on top of the bed, and then let's figure out the ducting. All right, pretty slick. I like it. I think it's gonna work good. We've got our 2 coming through right in here. the other one popping through right down underneath. So let's run some ducting and seal it all up onto this. I guess first off I need to reseal the exterior from the interior right through there. So I guess let's do that. Just one more hole to drill. Cool, easy enough. All right, we'll feed that one through right there up to the vent right there and run the other two ducts up through there. I thought something seemed a little funky when these wouldn't fit through the 3-inch holes that I drilled, and yes, it was. This stuff is about 3.5 inches thick, so it was a little interesting getting it through these 3-inch holes in here. I haven't clamped them on to the actual vents yet, but it looks pretty cool. I'll probably end up filling the gaps with expanding foam on there. All right, that's probably expanded by now. Okay, looks good. I think I'm just gonna fill this little gap with some expanding foam. All right, it's a new day. The expanding foam is all dry, and this thing seems to be working great. Looks like a giant octopus. I just need to trim down the expanding foam, probably paint it white, put the grill back on so that you really can't tell that I've done anything, and then kind of squish these hoses down and around. But yeah, it's wonderful. The air blows all the way up there into that corner. This one's blowing the air all the way back into that corner, and then of course sucks it right back down here through the evaporator grill. So yeah, let's get to it. Need to trim down the drawers as well once I figure out the ultimate size of what they need to be. All right, we got it trimmed down pretty good. This fits in there just fine. I'm gonna cover it up with some 3M white duct tape. All right, look at that. Really can't tell anything has ever been done to it, judging by the front. But you can turn it on and no airflow out the vent. Everything through the ducting up through there. That's perfect. Looks very good. Okay, there's the magic of time lapse. All right, cool. Let's move on to this drawer. Okay, there we go, the second drawer. Really didn't lose too much storage space on here. Okay, that's it. The AC is now vented. The only thing to watch out for is excessive condensation forming on any of the ducting. Obviously, you don't want any mold or mildew. Overall, though, working great. Really happy with it. No more circulating cool air just down there in that little pocket. It's pushing the cool air all the way back there and also all the way up here. So fantastic system. And if you want to see the initial AC install video, I'll put that right up here. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe for more van tips and tricks, hacks like this. And thanks for watching.